Hey guys, and welcome back to Middle Class Monologues. We are a short form, inspirational, and motivational channel just shooting our shot. My name is Daniel, and I will be your host today as we talk about the importance of learning marketable skills. But before I get started, I'd like to take a moment to thank you, the audience, for seeing a small channel and giving us an opportunity to speak with you, to impress you, to tell you our thoughts. I also want to thank the sponsor for this episode. If you know this channel, you know the sponsor that has routinely supported us and helped us make this dream a reality. That sponsor, of course, is me, actually. I wear a lot of hats. I'm an editor, publisher, writer, marketer, and sometimes that goes all the way to sponsor. In fact, today we're going to be speaking with a special guest, as you can tell from the different format. And that special guest is, you may be able to guess, also me. So grab a drink, pull up your favorite chair, relax, and let's get into it. All right, so let's get started on the right foot here and introduce our guest speaker. Born and raised in a small beach town in Florida, our guest started out by compiling PowerPoint presentations together with audio for the church he attended. Eventually, this interest in editing grew to the point he is at today. You know him, you love him, it's editor Daniel. Hey everyone, so I just have to start by saying that I'm not that great on this side of the keyboard. But I'm happy to be here. I'm excited to share this opportunity with you guys and talk with you. And yeah, let's get into it. So we do have a couple of questions to get started for you. And we are going to let you obviously say all the things that you need to say. Take your time, do what you need to do. And just first question right off the bat, a little bit of an icebreaker. What is your favorite kind of editing? So I have to say that definitely photography. With photography, you get to... a picture's worth 1,000 words, so you get to tell a story with a picture. With editing audio or editing video or something like that, the story's already told. You're just changing it slightly. But with a picture, you're right there. Awesome. I agree. Question 2. A little bit of an icebreaker still. How did you get into editing? Well, I mean, you kind of touched on it already. It really started with my childhood at church, being in charge of the AV department. Basically, somebody had to do it. They came to me with a need and said, hey, we want to put videos out there on the web. I suggested YouTube, and then it was up to me to figure out how to make that happen. So I used Windows Movie Maker on an old Windows XP computer and just went from there, compiling the presentations together with the audio of the sermons and putting them up on YouTube. And then from there, it grew and grew into what it is now, being out of necessity partially, but also because I enjoy it. I enjoy being able to tell the stories and add my own fun quirks to the stories, my own side of it. Awesome. Yeah, that sort of background there is really kind of key to everything you just said. And now the final question that I really have for you that's going to spark the debate, spark the discussion, and the chance for us to learn from you is quite simply, why is it important to learn a marketable skill? So I'm guessing this is kind of really the topic here, and I'm going to drop the facade and just talk straight to the audience now. As you can tell, this was all a skit, and this is all something to be done with editing. Now, I'm using editing as an example of a marketable skill, and there are many, many forms of marketable skills out there, such as photography editing, being able to edit a video or audio or a song or something like that. But it's so much more than that. A marketable skill could be plumbing. It could be your college degree that says, hey, you can use me. I am of worth to you. So how do you learn marketable skills on your own? It's very simple. You just have to do stuff. Just do it. When I mentioned the fact that there was a need that I did something out of necessity, that's me saying that I had to just do it. I had to learn how something worked and make it happen the right way. That's a marketable skill. A marketable skill, my parents always told me that reading, writing, and arithmetic, those are the only 3 things you need. But they're not even teaching me those things. They're teaching me how to learn. That's what those 3 things are. There, it's a marketable skill. You have to learn how to learn. You have to be able to market yourself to companies, to corporations, to yourself sometimes. It took so much hype for me to actually sit down and make this video. It took a lot of planning, hours and hours of planning, of writing out outlines. That's what I have in front of me right here. That's me telling myself when I'm going to be talking to myself. And there's a whole big section here. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, you can't even see it. There's just lines. But there's a whole big section here of just blank. And that's what I'm talking to you right now. This is the monologue part where I'm going to start saying things that need to be said because they need to be said. And that audio probably sounds much better now, doesn't it? I'm going to say things that need to be said because they need to be said. We are living in a world where you need to be able to prove your worth to those around you simply because everyone else is better in some way, shape, or form. You're not the best. I am most definitely not the best. I'm sitting here right now and I know for a fact that I'm not the best at what I'm doing. I also know that I have marketable skills. I also know that I'm editing this video right now and progressing those skills. So am I the best? No. But I will be. So what are you going to do? How are you going to become the best at what you are? And how are you going to market yourself to those around you? To the people who know that you are of worth and who need to know that you are of worth. Anyways, let's get back into the facade real quick. Yeah, I absolutely agree. And quite honestly, I'm not sure there's anything really left for me to say. I do want to thank you for coming out, obviously, for taking time out of your schedule, taking time away from your stressful job. And as your boss, I command you to get back to work editing this footage so we can actually have a video out this week. I do think you made some great points, and I hope that you all were able to learn and you enjoyed listening along to that. Again, I want to thank you for this time together to speak with you. And I'd like to put in a humble request that you not forget the sponsor here of this episode. Helping support the sponsor really does help support the channel to grow. I'd request that you tell your friends or family about this if you enjoyed it, and help us continue to making some more episodes. So until next time, my name is Daniel. This is Middle Class. Let's try that again. So until next time, my name is Daniel. This is Middle Class Monologues, and I'll see you next time. I feel like I'm doing the what is it? The Mockingjay salute? I don't know. I like this pen. This is a nice pen. I don't know. I'm literally just talking to an empty chair now, but I mean, through the power of editing. The power of editing. Am I trying to make outtakes? Am I trying to make bloopers? I don't know what I'm doing right now.